So if you follow the YouTube fitness community at all, I'm sure you've already heard of this 65-year-old Gilbert Gottfried voiced old man named Greg Doucette that pretty much just does these Natty or Not videos on his channel to get a bunch of views, but then turns around and acts like all of his views, subs, and notoriety come from the fact that he has a cookbook. Right, whatever. God be with him. If that's what he wants to believe and that's what helps him sleep at night, that's fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with doing Natty or Not videos. However, what is inherently wrong is the way that Greg does them. He does these videos with the intent of tearing the other person down. And this latest example with this 21-year-old kid that literally just moved to LA to start his fitness modeling career is, Greg just went way too far. So let me go through his response video to this kid's response to Greg accusing him and show you why Greg is pretty much a douchebag. So before we get into the video, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of how Greg came to making the video in the first place. So basically there's this 21-year-old kid named Isaiah Miranda that just came to Los Angeles to start his fitness modeling journey. After looking at him, a bunch of people accused him of doing steroids because he has a pretty low body fat and some decent lean muscle mass. So what does he do? He goes to Bradley Martin's HRT clinic, gets his testosterone levels checked, and they come back as being pretty low. Of course, Greg jumps on the opportunity to tear him down some more and states that there's no way that you can get testosterone levels that low as a 21-year-old, not unless you were blasting a bunch of shit beforehand. Now this kid decides to make a response video basically saying, hey, why are you tearing me down? I didn't do anything to you, and you're only doing this for content, for views and for subs, and you're basically throwing out all this negative garbage my way when I really didn't do anything to you. And he was absolutely right, but Greg could not take that in stride. He decided to make a response video of his own, and this is the video that we're about to watch.
We've done videos about his blood work and what happened. We try to help him. And then he keeps on shitting on us in videos and in the comment sections. I responded to his video in the comment section, then he chose to make another response, and I'm gonna go over and say,
what do you mean he keeps on shitting on you? He's defending himself from you shitting on him. He hasn't shitted on you once. He just said, why are you attacking me? You keep making negative content.
They literally make their living off of most of their videos about just tearing other people down and just trying to make other people look like idiots or calling people out.
So let me diffuse down. The real reason I took it down is because they proved I'm a fake Natty. Yeah, they proved I'm a fake Natty, so I'm gonna diffuse it and say, oh, they're bad people because they tear other people down.
No, asshole. You're a bad person because being on steroids is a taboo subject for the field that he's in, and yet you're trying to tear him down and essentially by doing that ruin his career. But, you already knew that. I don't know why I had to explain that to you.
I not only made the video to help him, but to help the subs and young people that follow him to not make the same mistakes as he did.
Let me ask you a question. How would they know that he made a bunch of mistakes if they don't know what the mistakes are unless you tell them? So essentially you told them that he's here doing steroids in hopes that they wouldn't do it? What are you talking about?
I make my living by selling cookbooks,
Bro.
actually.
Dude, somebody comment below if you've ever opened up a Greg Doucette cookbook.
You really think my video was to tear you down, or was it to help you and all the kids out there debating whether or not...
Again, this patronizing bullshit that he's on, it was to help you. Right, Greg, whatever you say, it was to help them. How would those kids know that he was on steroids or on SARMs like you say he is if you never told them in the first place?
Making my recipes, hoping I would make a video about him. Probably thought I'd make a Natty or Not on him and say he was natural. I tell you the truth, I tell you what I think. I'm not just gonna tell you.
You tell people what you think will get views. That's what you do. You're a dick. You just want to tear people down. That's your whole thing.
So this is his response. And how exactly did you build your following to sell your cookbook? Is he selectively omitting all the videos that I do? Or is he just a...
My guy, look up the 10 most viewed videos in your whole channel, and like 7 of them are going to be Natty or Nots. Your top viewed video is a Natty or Not on somebody, I forget who, but it's a Natty or Not. What are you talking about?
About YouTube ad revenue? Of the top 10 videos I posted on YouTube, only one was a Natty or Not.
My guy, that's because those videos on your channel have been on your channel monetized for years and years before you blew up. That's one. And two, there's a pretty good chance that you purposely demonetize them, but you know that they bring you subscribers and views, so they indirectly give you more money. So that little stat you're posting means nothing.
Doubt you make much money from the cookbook, Greg. It's that YouTube money.
Well, finally, at least one of his fans has a brain in his head. Yeah, I doubt you make much money from those cookbooks, Greg. Why would I buy a cookbook from a known steroid user? What dieting advice could you possibly give me when you basically boost up your metabolism by 1,000% by blasting God knows what? You know, like, what are you talking about?
Buy in the book. The kids who are watching Natty or Nots, the teenagers.
Yes, that's exactly who's buying that book. Because no grown man with a brain in his head is going to buy that stupid ass book.
My Mercedes is freaking expensive, but it's a great...
Way to flex. Yeah, oh, my Mercedes is freaking expensive. Bro, nobody cares.
But I'm some kind of jerk for trying to make a good living. Why can't
Dude,
I?
nobody's calling you a jerk for trying to make a good living. People are calling you a jerk for the way you tear people down and stop them from making their good living.
The people who are buying the book, they're not the ones that only want to watch Natty or Not videos. They're watching the videos where I educate and inform, to put the fork down to eat low-calorie dense foods, to get your ass off the couch and work out. The top 10 tips to lose weight, tips to avoid to build muscle. That's the ones buying the book. Not the Natty or Nots. Natty or Nots are for the kids, the teenagers.
For kids, the teenagers. Okay, so why make them in the first place if they do absolutely nothing for you? Why, like, what? Is that just your goodwill and your charity? Like, you're just throwing some content out for the kids? Like, dude, shut the hell up.
Records, a kinesiologist turned an IFBB pro. You tell me, fake Natty.
Bro, first of all, you won shows where? What are you talking about, bro? When I try to find your Wikipedia page, it shows me Greg T. Doucette, who is a lawyer. You don't even have that. So what shows have you won? I know you didn't win any bodybuilding shows. You know, you didn't place in the Mr. Olympia, Arnold Classic, nothing like that. I mean, you're just a guy that's blasting steroids for nothing, essentially, for your YouTube channel. Like, you didn't win anything. Bro, you won some local powerlifting meet in Canada. Congratulations.
Greg didn't build his following by tearing anyone down. Does he do a ton of Natty or Not videos? Yes. But that is not synonymous with tearing you or anyone else down. In fact, if you've ever watched any of his Natty or Not...
So he's not tearing this kid down. This kid that's just starting his journey. He has 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and this guy has almost 1 million, and he knows that it's a taboo subject. Even if this kid, this Isaiah Miranda kid is on steroids, let's say. It is a taboo subject in the fitness industry to be on steroids, so he knows by posting a spotlight on that, like, that's going to affect this kid's career in a negative way, and yet he's still doing that. So, you know, he's not tearing him down? Okay.
It's a warning for everyone. I had so much pressure. I didn't know what to do. You had the way out, gave it to you, decided not to take it. I went easy on you. It was nice.
Now you're really patronizing him. It's like,
you had the way out. You had the way out. You had the way out, but you didn't take it.
like, dude, you're just a bully. Straight up, you're just a bully. Like, you picked a fight with him. He responded, defending himself, and now you're just like, wow,
I took it easy on you. I took it easy on you.
You blew it. You see what you're doing to yourself? Do you see how you respond to somebody that's trying to help you?
How are you trying to help him, bro? You're trying to tear him down. Clearly you're not against steroids. Look at yourself. Like, clearly you don't care about taking steroids, so it's not like you're trying to save his health, you know? It's nothing like that. You're just literally just trying to tear him down for views, right? Because, like, why are you on this high horse about, oh, you know, I'm trying to help you, you know, save your health. You're like, dude, look at you. Look at you. You are taking every kind of fucking thing that's out there. Stop.
You could make all the freaking natty or nots you want and you'll never get a following. Because no one's gonna believe your bullshit.
That kid never said that he wanted to make natty or nots. That's your bag. That's what you do to get views. He was just trying to get views by being a fitness YouTuber or a fitness model. You know, nobody would ever try to get advice from you on how to be a fitness model or how to get a nice body because you look like a fucking idiot. Like your body, like nobody wants to look like you. So now you're salty and you're like, oh,
You would never make a natty or not video.
doesn't want to make a fucking natty or not video.
Oh, his voice hasn't been screaming and shouting lately. I only scream and shout when I'm mad or aggravated
Or when you're trying to get more views and put on the fake voice.
or upset or worked up. If I'm explaining a freaking video saying, here are the 5 things you need to do to lose weight, I don't need to scream and shout and say, you know, go in a calorie deficit. It depends.
Yeah, you'll also not just make that video because it won't get any views, so you'll be forced to go back to a natty or not, which is what you're doing. Like, I have absolutely no desire to watch any of his non-natty or not videos because they're all boring. Sorry.